Students. Yes, again, good morning, all the students, boys and girls.
Good morning, sir.
And
Good morning, sir.
Good
wel
morning.
welcome
Good
for
morning,
the,
sir.
yes, good morning, and welcome for the sixth lecture. And this will be second last lecture, and last lecture will be somewhere in Jan. And we are having now left with six topics, six lessons, we can say. And today I want to complete anyhow three lessons. So we will be little faster to move with, okay? And because that much pressure is there to at least, cover up all the lessons in my sixth, seventh lecture. And topics balance, I want to keep is only offshore, piracy and frauds, and then organization, shipping organizations, international and Indian. So some of the organizations we have seen earlier. So those three topics, I want to keep them towards end for the last lecture. Let's see whether we are able to finish these three topics, which I want to discuss today is ship management. Of course, we have already started and we have come up to this slide of ship management. Then another topic we want to discuss is QMS, Quality Management System, ISM, STCW. That is one topic. And one more topic is your supply chain management. So that is just introduction, because next year you are going to have that as a separate subject on management. So that we are going to just brush upon. Okay. So let us quickly recap on what is ship management. So ship management is to run, as I explained you, to run a ship, you require 20 or 20 to 30 people's shipboard team, which is called as crew on board, crew and officers on board. Each rank is different. There are no duplication of the ranks. All these people are highly educated or highly trained in their profession, and they are trained as per international standards, because ships are going international from one country to other country, one continent to other continent. And that is why all the rules, regulation, their education, their training, their working pattern, their work culture has to be to international standards. And these international standards are as of your developed countries, not developing countries, not standards like India. So that is the basic thing. So to manage team of 30 and keep ship absolutely in ship shape condition. This word has come, ship shape condition. Any office, any thing you want to keep, you will say tidy and neat in ship shape condition. So that means right from the inception, ships were in tip-top and neat condition. So ship shape condition to maintain, to pass all the audits in time, to pass all the surveys, and ship should be always ready for loading cargo, face the oceans, face the weather, fight with the nature, and deliver the cargo across the world wherever it is supposed to be going. So point A to point B. And while doing so, the owner of the ship is a businessman, and he wants to make profit out of it. And whenever he does not make profit, he will try to take shortcuts. And now there is a major expenses on this uh, crew or manning of the ship. Then looking after the ship, technical management, that is surveys, audits, maintenance, plan maintenance. And these expenses, if they can be reduced, then that is direct increasing profit of the owner. And there are many companies came up in developing nations that is like India, Singapore, Hong Kong, or Philippines, where such services are offered to a business people, ship owner, and they will take lump sum money for these services and ship can be run. So let us go through this. The professional supply of one or a number of management services. Okay, so this I am reading from the top. Professional services, one or number of management services to a vessel, and which is supported by a degree of shore-based supervision. So degree of shore-based supervision is called as management company, and which is separate from the ownership. So owner is separate and management company is separate. Okay. So further he says ship management is like umbrella term. So when you are writing something about management, every question paper there will be a question on ship management to explain what is ship management and describe maybe technical management, describe the manning management or commercial management. These questions are coming for 20 marks. Okay, so these are the keywords. This is the top one is your definition of management. Here this one. And ship management is umbrella term. Umbrella term means under one umbrella so many things are available, like a basket. Deal with the process of manning the ship and can include almost all functions of the ship operation. Okay. Ship management is done by independent companies which use the ships of some other companies or independent owners. And such company is called as ship management company. In India, we are having India means in Mumbai especially, we are having several ship management companies which are offering such services to the foreign ship owners and employing seafarers, looking after their ships, technical management, as well as manning management, and they are running ships very, very successfully. Okay, so let us proceed further. As we have said, ship management company manages the ships for owner, and owner in turn pays him yearly amount or monthly amount, whatever is the contract is there. So monthly or yearly amount is paid, and it is settled between owner and the ship management company. Okay, the ship owner signs a contract and leases the ship to ship management company for a defined duration of time. So here this, although we are using this leasing word, the ship is not actually leasing for commercial purpose. Ship is only handed over to him for safe operations and manning, and the owner will be doing all commercial operations. All the commercial use of the ship will be done by owner. Okay. The ship management company can operate different type of ships or just concentrate on any one type. Now, when we say type of ships, means it is like tanker ships, bulk carriers, car carriers, container ships, gas carriers. So those are we are mentioning as type of ships. So the ship managers, they can operate only single type of ship like tankers. So he is only managing tanker ships, or they may be operating tanker and container, or container and bulk carriers, or tanker, bulk, container, all three type of ships, because there is a technical hitch in this. To have different type of ships, you require license from government to take, that we will discuss in a separate um, topic, that is under ISM. Okay. So
Excuse me,
further
sir.
now, yes,
Sir, for ship management, can a cruise be managed or cruise management is different?
no, ship management. See now, okay, we are coming to that now, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, sir.
ship management is consisting of three aspects or three different services. One is manning service, manning or crewing service. Another one is technical management of the ship. and third one is commercial management of the ship. So these are three different aspects of that ship management company. Okay, but owner can give separately. Owner may give only manning to you. He may give only technical management to you. He may give commercial management to. There can be even three companies who are looking after the ship. One is doing manning, one is doing technical management, one is doing commercial management. But normally, these two, the manning management and technical management is done by same party, same company. Same company means ship manager. Okay, because it is very logical to do manning as well as technical management, because once you understand what is technical management, then you will appreciate that manning and technical management has to be with the same person. Like I can give you small example. Suppose uh, you give your vehicle. Suppose you have a taxi, or you have a auto rickshaw, or you have truck. You give it, you employ one driver through one company, and control of the truck, maintenance, tire, it is given to somebody else. So the driver is not owning to that other company who is doing maintenance. So how much good relationship or how much good rapport the driver and the third company can have, which will be very less. But suppose driver employment company and the maintenance company is same, then they can have driver using to their benefit. So similarly for ships also it is same. Ships also, if manning management and technical management is together, it is beneficial for the company to optimize his resources and make best use of the manning, and he can control manning, whom to post where, who is reliable, who is genuine worker, who is not good worker, who is lazy person, whose attitude is not good, because there are human factor. So when human factor is involved, you must have this manning and technical management together, which is normally the case is. Okay, and commercial management is kept with the owner himself, because owners are big businessmen. During their visits here and there, or during their interactions with other business people, they can generate cargo, they can enjoy many concessions, they can make big deals. So such type of things can be beneficial to the business of shipping, and that is why the commercial management is kept with owner. Okay, so let us see further. Efficient cooperation required between ship and shore. So you must have good cooperation between ship and the shore office. And the shore office will not be of owner's office, it will be of ship manager's office. The above three functions can be given out by the ship owner together or separately. He may retain commercial management and hire ship management company for other two functions, as I mentioned it to you. Okay. So I gave you example. The Shipping Corporation of India operates 80 ships. Many of us were not aware that this government company, Shipping Corporation, which is on sale now, public sector undertaking, but of course it is not 100% government company. It is 62% government and rest is in market, in share with privately owned. Okay. So this company is does all these three functions of ship management on their own. They do not hire anybody for these services as a pride to owner. So many companies are like this. So another example I will give you is Musk. Musk company also is manning, technical management, manning, and commercial management. Everything they are doing on their own. But recently, 80 of their ships are handed over to another ship management company just recently in month of November. Okay. So finally, it is how much you make profit. So everything depends on that. Okay, basically refers to this manning, basically refers to function of supplying appropriately trained. Okay, so people should be put trained people, certified people, certified officers and ratings for the vessel. This certified means what? Now it may be for a layman to understand certification, it may be difficult. So you are having different certificate of competency. Okay, like captain of the ship, he will have different certificate, chief officer will have different certificate, chief engineer will have different certificate, and all these certificates are having value at par with all the countries, because the education system of these mariners is uniform and standardized by IMO, International Maritime Organization. Okay. So what all functions are involved with manning management? So you must select the crew. Okay. You must select the team. You must select that team of 20 or 22, whatever is there on ship. Then engage them, relieve them whenever they finish their period of contract. Then training, then their traveling from home to ship, ship to home, their welfare and appraisal of seafarers. So you must keep data also of the seafarers. It is also helps competitive crew of different nationalities to be placed on board the ship at the minimum cost. So because you are manning for somebody else, if he says, okay, man with Indian crew, so that has to be done with minimum cost. Then only this is going to be economical to both parties, manning manager and the owner also. Okay. And as per the flag requirement. So these words you are now already familiar. Flag requirement means flag of the ship. That means nationality of ship. Each nationality will have different regulations or different requirements which has to be fulfilled at the time of placing the crew. Like to give you example, if ship is registered in India, you have to man ship with Indian crew and officers only. You cannot go to international market and you cannot employ any Filipino, Chinese or Russian crew on Indian flagship. So that is the flag requirement. Okay. So similarly, other countries also may have, but the open registry or flag of convenience are not giving such requirements as special requirement. They're saying, okay, you man with anybody, no problem. Okay. Okay. Let us discuss point by point quickly. So where this manning starts? Manning starts from any ship you take, and when ship is getting delivered from shipyard, ship is built and handed over to agent at shipyard. Each ship will be issued depending on the type, size, nature of cargo, where ship is going to run. All these factors will be taken into account, and the flag state administration will be issuing a ship safe manning certificate. Okay, so that certificate is called as safe manning certificate. Okay, so you can put it like this: safe. I will not be able to write full. Oh, it is here already. Safe manning certificate. So this will be issued by flag state administration. And in this safe manning certificate, how many people are required on ship? It is not there. Safe manning certificate doesn't say 20 people we require. They give each rank how many people are required. Like master, one, what certificate he will have. Like that, they will be giving, okay, all 20 people description, and based on that you have to man the ship, and plus you have to man the ship with operational requirement. Okay, so what is this operational requirement means? Okay, to quickly understand and grasp, I will give you example of trucks. Every truck, if you have seen the RTO or the your authority for the road transport, they are only requiring a driver to drive the vehicle. Okay, and the driver should have heavy duty license. So that is okay. Okay, heavy vehicle license. They do not require any other person. They don't say that to operate truck you require 10 people, 5 people. No. But as a rule or as an operational requirement, every owner of the truck, he will keep one more helper on his truck, or he will permit one more layman or helper on his truck. He is not driver. This helper is not driver. So every truck you see, there will be two people sitting in the driver cabinet. One will be driver and other one will be on the left hand side who will be sitting of the vehicle, and he will be always showing you hand to go, stop, or do cleaning, or maybe some during emergency he will help to driver. So there are always two people. One is driver and other one is called as helper. And this helper is operational manning requirement of the truck, which is identified by the owner, and he plays operational manning. So similarly, the government may say safe manning certificate, we require only 17 people to operate the ship, but owner may keep maybe 20 people. Owner may keep maybe only 19 people, 70, 18 people, 22 people. He decides how the operational requirement is there. So is it clear? Operational requirement and government requirement. Is it clear? Yes? Okay. So then next point he takes, okay, these factors, please, you have to understand, because sometimes question comes for 20 marks, that which factors are taken into account while calculating manning cost. Okay. So one is safe manning certificate, other one is run of the ship. Suppose now ship is only running between, suppose, Mumbai and Kochi, or Chennai and Calcutta in India, only two ports. Okay. So your manning cost will automatically reduce because you have to only relieve your crew or make them join only in Mumbai or Calcutta or whichever place it is suitable to you. But suppose same ship goes and it stays in, suppose, Brazil or South Africa, then the mining cost will immediately increase because you have to fly the crew to South Africa and face all the hurdles. Now, as of today, COVID has erupted in South Africa with new form. So such type of things are affecting the manning management. Okay, so run of the ship also affects the manning cost. Then war zone or disturbed waters, in case whatever, now war zone is not there now, but now COVID. So this pandemic situation also is depending, and it is also having factor. So one more item you can add here, pandemic situation. Okay, pandemic situation for manning cost, because you have to keep people for 14 days quarantine, 7 days quarantine, or you have to carry their RT-PCR test. So that is additional cost which is involved. Okay. Then piracy area, whether ship is operating in piracy area, because in piracy area you may have to ensure, not ensure, insurance of the crew for their safety. So that you will have to take. Then special requirements of experienced crew, and in bracket we are saying waiting. So when you are having some companies waiting like BP, Exxon, Mobil, these oil majors, they may say we require captain who is worked for 5 years on similar type of ships. Chief officer, we want 5 years worked on similar type of ships. Such requirements they may put, and then you will require experienced crew to place, which will be costing more. Okay, so this will be one more point. Nationality of crew. Suppose now you are operating ship in India, and suppose crew, your crew is coming from Russia. So cost of crew to join in from Russia to India, flying from Russia to India, that also will be involved. So from how far the crew is employed. Sometimes owners may say, owner of the ship may say, I want Russian crew and I want European officers. Or they may say, we want Indian officers and Filipino crew. Okay. Or they may say, we want Indian officers and Indian crew. Sometimes they may say Indian officers and Bangladeshi crew. So this type of conditions are put by owner. Okay. Then another thing which is affecting is type of ship, because different types of ship, the salary of people or wages of the people crew is different, and highest salary paid is on LPG LNG ship. This and their relief period is also depending on that. Like LPG LNG ship, people may be coming home every 2 months. Okay, as industry practice or requirement. In suppose offshore, like Bombay High oil field, or maybe Gulf, Persian Gulf, or maybe US Gulf, the people work on ship only for 45 days. 45 days on, 45 days off. Or sometimes they may be working only for 15 days on, 15 days off. Those are industry requirements or industry guidelines. Okay, so depending on that type of the ship and run of the ship. Trade requirement that I have said, trade may be requiring you to have police verification before joining, or US visa compulsory, or maybe Sanjin visa compulsory. So all this cost is increasing, or to look for such people will be also little bit difficult. Okay. Then crew relief means relieving crew and sending them home. Age of the ship, because with age, maintenance increases. Okay, so age of the ship also matters, and every time frequently ship may have air conditioning broken down, or fresh water not working, or freshwater generator not working, such type of thing. Any special requirement by the flag. So this requirement I have already told, like Indian flagship, you cannot employ anybody else other than Indians. So this is flag requirement. Okay, so if such requirement is there, like in Brazil, they may say, okay, you can man ship with your own crew, but you have to man 20% Brazilians on board. Okay, so such requirements are there of the flag. Okay, then crew agreement, how much compensation you have to pay to crew, how much salary you have to pay to crew. Then training requirement by owner. Sometimes owner may say each person going on ship, you must brief him. You must do maybe 2 days familiarization course with him. 2 days maybe safety course is required to be done by him. So all these factors are affecting the costing of the manning of the ship. Okay. Any questions? In case you have any doubt, you can come up here only. I will clarify and go further.
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Okay.
for the question, what is ship management? And sir,
Yes.
what is management? What is commercial management? What is technical management? And what is manning management? So
अभी तो
all
ये
these
मैनिंग मैनेजमेंट चल रहा है. अपना ये मैनिंग मैनेजमेंट चल रहा है अभी.
yes, sir.
आगे
So
जा
sir,
रहे हैं.
all these, if in exams all such questions came, means all these are related to ship management only, no, sir?
Yes, there are three factors in ship management, no? Three aspects of that: manning, technical, and commercial. Okay. Now we are coming to technical management. What is this technical management means? Okay. Okay. Yes, I will not put that slide on because you will get hooked on for reading that. Okay. See, technical management means, suppose now I am operating a truck. Why I give you example of so simple? You must be thinking why this person keeps on talking about truck every time. We are not learning anything about truck business. We are learning shipping. Okay. But to understand easily, who are non-mariners. Suppose I put on my truck one driver and one cleaner. Okay. Now, suppose now truck, I am in Mumbai, my truck is operating in Delhi or in northern states, and driver and cleaner are my people there, no? So suppose truck gets broken down. Truck gets, suppose truck has puncture. So he has to remove that puncture. He has to do that maintenance immediately. Suppose he has to change the tire. You have to supply him tire. Yes or no? Suppose engine has to be overhauled. You have to put this overhauling team on board, or you have to send this truck to garage. So all such type of thing you have to arrange. But for ship, it is a huge managing these things are quite huge horizon. Okay, and that is why it is not just one man job to do this, and moreover, it is international scenario that makes it more difficult. Okay, so let us see technical management. So what I was telling about truck, suppose puncture hua, he has to repair, replace tire, he has to do it. You have to provide him tire. Suppose he wants two spanners, you have to provide him two spanners. And whatever work they will do, maintenance work over and above, you may have to compensate them more. Correct, no? Then suppose PUC, so truck driver has to keep that thing PUC wherever that PUC petrol pump ke paas mein station will be there, he will have to go and get that certificate and update with owner. So all these things have to be done by truck driver. Okay. So similarly, ship people, team of 20, they will have to look after the ship, and ship and truck, there is a vast difference in looking after and maintenance. Okay, because you have to have survey, you have to have audits, you have to have flag state inspection, port state inspection, then waiting inspections. So quite complicated business. Okay, so let us see technical management. What all things are covered under technical management? First and foremost is repair and maintenance of the ship. Okay, so now who will be doing repairs? Suppose ship is broken down in ocean, who will do repairs? Your guess?
The crew on board first, they will
Yes,
just make
yes,
it.
yes, very correct. So that is why manning and crew, technical management has to be together, because it is your crew. You know how they are confident, how much their competence is, and how they are trained. So repair maintenance, the crew has to do on board. Okay. And when we say repair, ship is not targeted for breakdown repairs. There is no absolutely question of breakdown repairs. You have to do planned maintenance. Okay, so planned maintenance you have to do. Means how ship works. I will give you one example. Suppose you purchase one bulb. Okay, simple as example, which we don't do normally at our home. We purchase bulb and keep it, suppose we put it on. Okay. And when bulb goes, matlab bulb fuses, then we still think of replacing it. Okay. But ship, how they work, this bulb will be supplied with a certificate of standards, certificate of quality, and it will be given guarantee of 5,000 hours. So on board ship, you have to maintain a log, how many hours this bulb is used by you. So every hour is counted, and you keep on counting up to 5,000 hours, and then 4,950 or 4,999, before that you change the bulb. And this old bulb, you don't say that it would have run for another 2 months, it would have run for another 6 months. You don't see that. This is just disposed of. So this is how ship runs. Okay, so there is a lot of work to be done by crew on board, because each and every machinery you have to keep running hours, how much machinery has run, and you have to carry out the maintenance. And this is not breakdown maintenance, this is planned maintenance as per manufacturer's guidelines. Okay, okay. Hardly any equipment we bring home, we hardly see manual. But on board ship, you have to read manual first before operating machinery and work only as per manual. Okay. Then next thing they have to do, operation of vessel. Operation of vessel means taking ship from point A to point B. That crew has to do. Berthing the ship on the jetty, the crew has to do. Taking out the ship from jetty, crew has to do. Loading, discharging cargo, looking after the cargo, taking it from the ocean, all, and compliance of all the regulations, that is running of the ship. Budgeting, purchasing spares, stores, all these requirements also crew has to tell, that we require so many things, we require so many spare parts, we require so and so overhauling kit, whatever. Okay. Then survey and certification. All so many certificates are there, more than 50 certificates are there, and you require to renew them every 5 years. So somebody has to be there involved with those certificates. So survey and certificate, and this cannot be done by ship manager from the shore. Maximum he can say, okay, so and so certificate is expiring, but actual certificate renewal you have to do yourself on board ship. Okay, by calling the inspectors. Then this word is there, PMS of all machinery, plan maintenance. Plan maintenance system, PMS word is used for plan maintenance system. Okay. Then dry docking and major repair. See, every ship you are required to put in dry dock. Dry dock means what? Ship is always floating in water. So you take ship out from the water in dry place, that is called a dry dock, and inspect the entire section of the ship which is underwater. So that portion you must inspect, and this you have to do twice in 5 years. Twice in 5 years. Okay. So that is dry docking and major repairs. Then budgeting, performance monitoring, and financial reporting. So ship's position, ship's speed, ship's uh, how ship's progress of the voyage, everything has to be reported. Okay. Then safety and quality management you have to manage on board, and dealing with emergencies. So this also becomes a big aspect, dealing with emergencies. Okay. So any accident or any weather or any cyclone, any storm, or any fire, such type of things also you have to look after. Okay. And further, this technical manager will have to be providing first point of contact. First point of contact means anything happens on ship, there should be one person designated round the clock 24 hours to be available for contact during emergency. So ship calls and it should not happen that nobody is there to look after. Nobody is there to even answer the phone. It should not be. And that person is called a DPA, designated person ashore. So that we will discuss in ISM, our next topic. Okay. So this much responsibilities are given to technical manager. Okay. And whenever there is accident, they are going to investigate in technical manager's office also, that how, in case you have gone anything wrong, the ship was asking for something and you did not give, or there is no proper procedure to look after the ship. So such blame is going to come to ship manager also. And that is why owners want to be away from the ship management, because sometimes the ship manager can land up in jail also. Okay. So in case of loss of life or environmental damage, the ship manager can land up in jail. So that's why owners don't want to go in jail. The business people don't want to go in jail. So they want somebody else to perform this job and do it for their purpose at cheaper rate, and he earns only profit. Okay. So first point of contact of the vessel. Anything more you want to ask on technical management?
Hello, sir.
Okay, we have seen one example during our waiting of the ships. If you remember, Exxon Valdez case. So Exxon Valdez was tanker which ran aground and spilled oil in Alaska. The captain of the ship that time, he was drunk. He was under influence of alcohol when ship met with accident, and the captain was having habit of drinking. So this bounced back to owners, that why such captain was employed on board. and why owner was so irresponsible to put such captain on board who was having habit of drinking. Okay, because the environmental damage was so much. So that is how this is now, that blame is coming to owner. So owner has handed over this blame or these operations to technical management. So this is also one of the reason why technical management offices are in demand.
Sir, in case the manager is also not aware that the captain is alcoholic.
Uh, it is not possible that manager is not having knowledge that person is alcoholic. It is impossible thing, because if you are just having first day on board, 2 days on board, it is possible that the people are not aware. But if he is working with you for 5 years, 100% the people in office, they are aware. There is no doubt on that.
They do some medical test also, na prior boarding. So in that report, it will also come.
Yeah, medical tests are also done, and as per to that,
Yes, yes.
unannounced internal and external drug and alcohol tests also company conducts.
Yes, that is
That is
correct.
every bi-monthly.
But nowadays, there is no alcohol on board because of ISM policy. The many of the owners, they say zero alcohol and zero drug policy, zero alcohol on board. Okay, so they don't want to
Really,
have
sir.
this type of
There are
things.
still a lot of companies which do serve beer and wine on board. I mean, I'm sailing with one of them. So
What is that? We could not get you very this thing clear.
no, there are still a lot of owners who still allow beer and wine on board. I'm
Yes,
sailing
yes,
with one
I
of them.
know. Yes, I know. Means, see, finally, how best you implement, that always depends on how much will is there to implement all these things. Okay, and many times people just turn blind eye towards such things, and then you have disasters. So this type of things occur. Okay, anyway, the now further, the technical management company should arrange for loading and unloading of the cargo. So such type of services also are required to be arranged by technical manager. That is cargo handling gear, means whatever is required, slings, some material, maybe shackles, bulldog clips, or maybe wires. So those have to be arranged by the or technical manager. Then lifting gear means maybe derricks, cranes, or mobile crane for loading, discharging the cargo. Okay, lashing material. Then dunnage also is there. Whatever for storage of cargo, you require some material to keep it safe. So that is also required. Then the separation of cargo and care of cargo. So whatever you require and you want to spend on this account, that is also has to be done by technical manager. Okay. So he has to look after the cargo also. Okay. Now how ship manager is selected? So it is not very some rocket science how you will select ship manager. So very this thing is logic is there. Experience of ship manager, how many ships he is operating, how many years he is in service, what is his reputation in market. Okay, then owner may visit to your office and meet key personnel. He will interview the key personnel just to know in-depth knowledge whether you people are aware and you are having the technical knowledge or not, how to run the ships. Then documentation and certification of the office. Then market information, in case you are getting something from market, you talk to 10 people, they will tell that, okay, they are showing all this thing, but this is only show and they are not operating good. They are not good operators like that. Okay, so you market intelligence, that is called. And reference check. So you will do your checks, owner will do his checks on the ship managers before handing over the ship. And then finally quotations and budgets. And most of these are not going for L1, like most of our government in India, government tenders or government contracts are going for L1. L1 means lowest cost, what it may be. Okay, so cost should be lowest. Whether practically you will be able to do that with that cost. So now it is mattering. Now slowly, even government is realizing that if somebody quotes, I will give you free services. So definitely he is not going to give free services. He is going to take out something from you. So those sort of things are coming up, and those also aspects are looked. But these are not government contracts. The private ship owners are private parties, individuals, and they do their own checks from their own this thing. So they are not bogged down by the procedures and some, red tapeism. Okay. Then next one is compensation to these managers will be given lump sum per month or per year per ship. Then it depends on how much functions he has to do, which all functions he has to carry. Then vessel type and size, flag and compliant, and area of operation, depending on the contract is awarded to this ship manager, and it is fixed. And the owner and the ship manager, they enter into contract. Such contracts are available ready-made. You just make them, some customization in that contract by changing some clause and sign the contract. Okay. And that contract is, we will see in the next slide, what are these contracts.
What is the meaning of lump sum?
Lump sum is together, like suppose I pay 100 rupee for manning my ship per year. So it is lump sum, 100 rupee I pay. It is not, I will pay 1 rupee for this service, I will pay 1 rupee for this service, I will pay 50 paisa for this service. Not like that.
Okay.
I will not ask any question. My ship is running for 1 year. I had no difficulty. 100 rupee I will pay you. I will not ask you anything. It's like that. Understood? Okay. Contracts are Shipman 2009 is a ship management agreement that may include crew, technical management, commercial management, as well as insurance arrangement in respect of the ship. Okay. The standard agreement for the supervision, vessel construction, that is also there is one agreement which is called as Superman agreement. Okay. So when you are constructing ship, constructing means it is in stage of building, ship building in shipyard. So that time also supervision is required. So that also is done by the third party. Okay. So Superman agreement is also there. Sometimes such contracts can be cost plus basis. Cost plus basis means you spend amount which has to be reasonable and it has to be professional. And you tell me, you show all the receipts, I will check. And suppose you have spent 100 rupees, I will pay you 5% more. So I will pay you 100 rupees and 5% as your profit or as your service charge. Okay. So that is called as cost plus. So cost plus fee. Okay. So such. And this word is important here. Baltic and International Maritime Council. So this also comes for 5 marks note, BIMCO. Okay. So these contracts means draft contracts are made by BIMCO and they are provided by provided to all the members of BIMCO. And most of the shipping related service providers are members of BIMCO. And you can download this contract. Whatever things are applicable to you, you can take. And you can add more some clauses in that, customize yourself and sign the contract. So such contract is your BIMCO. Even charter party contracts are also published by BIMCO. Various charter parties, bareboat charter party, time charter party, short-term charter party, offshore vessel charter, okay, periodical charters, various, many things are there, towing charters. So BIMCO is having several contracts which are legally weighted and they are available to their members. Okay. So BIMCO contracts are usually used. So both the parties are at comfort to sign the contract. Okay. Now, O&M contracts and manning companies, this is just for your reference and to understand more. O&M. operation and maintenance. So operation and maintenance means manning, management, everything, and technical management. Okay. So here I was mentioning to you, Shipping Corporation of India, they are running their 80 ships by their own manning, own technical management, and own commercial management. Okay. Further, the governmental agencies which are having ships, different governmental agencies are having ships, but they are not having knowledge to operate the ships. And if they go to private party, they don't get good services. So in that case, what they do, they just tell Shipping Corporation of India, okay, you take this ship, you operate the ship as if it is your own ship. You tell us how much money you have spent on the ship. We will verify it, we will audit it, and whatever you have spent, we will pay you cost plus. So cost plus 2.5%, cost plus 5%. So such agreements are there, and which who all are having this type of ships? ONGC. ONGC is owning ships, maybe about 40 ships ONGC is owning. Andaman Nicobar administration also owning about 30 ships. Lakshadweep administration also owning ships. Lighthouse authorities are also owning ship. NIO, this is NIO fisheries, they are also, this is oceanography department, okay, and they are also owning ship, but they cannot operate the ship with all international norms and standards and manning and surveys, audits. So they hand over the ships to SCI, and SCI does the ship management as if they are their own ship. Commercial use of the ships is done by the owners. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay. Other manning management companies is, these are just for example, but you just put manning managers in Mumbai, you will get maybe 100 ship managers. Okay. So, but these are the better known or large one who are operating like fleet management. Fleet management is operating nearly 700 to 800 ships under them as technical and manning management. Anglo-Eastern is largest employer of Indian seafarers, and they are also manning several ships, close to maybe 1,000 also. Okay, I don't know exact number, but they are the largest employer of Indian seafarers. Okay, Anglo-Eastern. Okay, then Dock and Dale, V ships, Scorpio. Scorpio is operating only tankers, and ASP ship management and Synergy ship management. So this is also their Synergy ship management. So these are, I just listed down few of them. There are many more. Many more means, as I said, you may have, find them 100. Okay, and where you will find them? In DG Shipping's website, because each company is having license of RPSL, okay, Recruitment and Placement Services license. So that is there with them. And DOC also is issued by the government, document of compliance. That also we will see later. Okay, I think almost we have finished, and now after technical management, this is commercial management we are going to see. So commercial management is basically looking for cargo, negotiating for freights. So owner wants highest freight and the cargo owner wants lowest freight. So that both whatever negotiations are there, that owner will manage, owner will generate the cargo, owner will generate cargo for months and months or maybe for years with his reputation and with his goodwill in market. Then owner will insure ship. Insurance of the ship also will be done by owner, because with that owner's name of the owner and his businesses other than shipping, he may be enjoying various facilities or various privileges from insurance companies with his reputation in market. So insurance companies may be giving him less premium and good insurance terms. Okay, so basically these insurances are P and I and H and M. I think you must have studied this in in your various subjects already, P&I Club and hull and machinery insurance. So this is basically hull and machinery. Hull is body of the ship and machinery is whatever machines are there inside the ship. So insurance for that. So basic insurance for the ship, value of the ship. And you can say value of the ship, any ship you take, commercial ship, the value will be about 100 crore rupees as your like your this thing, just for your guess and judgment, 100 crore and more. Some ships may be costing even 500 crores, 1000 crore, 1100 crore, 1500 crore. Yes, but 100 crore you can take for your easy calculations. And P&I club means P&I club, you require some other this thing, whatever dangers are there in the business, like accident, collision, pollution, accident to crew, then sickness of crew. So all such type of things are covered by P&I. P&I, this is a club of ship owners. There are many clubs around world. So you become member in one of them and you arrange for insurance through that. Okay. So owner will look after this. So hiring of the ship, getting cargo, taking freight, then handling claims, corporate accounting, sale and purchase, salvage, all these things will be looked after by owner of the ship. Okay. Further, owner will be also doing subletting of ship, means like your time charter or bareboat charter. That also things will be done by owner only. Okay. Then bunkers also, a owner can get bunker deals very, very cheaply. Suppose owner is having 100 ships and suppose Singapore, all the ships of his are going to Singapore. Suppose we take this thing, or they go to Rotterdam. So he can sign one contract and he can commit to them that in a year we are going to pick up so many thousand tons of bunker. Please give me one rate for entire year. So that is possible, and that is called as hedging. So he gets best rates. Like if you are aware, these touring companies like Thomas Cook or like your Vina World, so they give airline assurance. They give assurance to airline that we will pick up 5,000 tickets per year on this route, so and so, like the Delhi Mumbai. We will pick up 5,000 tickets in 1 year. So what lowest price you will give, and that lowest price is given nearly 50% or maybe less than that of your normal ticket. Okay, so such things you can enjoy if you are having. So owner takes care of this, and owner does all the payments to the parties. So all this commercial management is kept with owner most of the time, because owner doesn't want to have all these business money transactions with the third party. Okay. So with this, I think almost we are over with this ship management. So before we go to next topic, any questions are there? Anything you want to understand only on the topic? Huh? Don't discuss some case with me now because we are running short of time. Please.
Sir, as I asked earlier, that these all ship management companies names which you gave, they are basically all cargo holding ships. So if the cargo is human, so are these companies also giving their ships for ship management companies, or they handle them by themselves, or they are completely some different group?
Anyway, the question was not very clear to me what you have in mind, but these are ship management companies. They are manning and technical managers. They are doing both operations for owner. They are not cargo holding companies.
Yeah, no. But these ships are basically bulk carriers or tankers or something different, containers or this thing. But when the cargo is human, like cruise, like Jalesh Cruise and other cruise, I don't know the names, but yeah, these companies handle the management by themselves, or even they give their company their ships for managing the managers.
Mostly owners only handle when this thing is there, passenger ships are there. because they
Okay.
don't, probably they don't want to hand over, and mostly the other parties also may not be comfortable with the passenger ships, because passenger ships require lot of things to be done, and you require different license for each ship to operate. You require different license from government. It is
Okay.
not same license you can operate all the ships. You have to have different setup in office. Like Shipping Corporation of India is operating several types of ships. They are having 5 different DOCs. That topic we are coming now on quality management. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
that time you will appreciate more. Okay. So with this, we will end this topic here only. And without wasting much time, I will move on to next. I will again share the screen and we will quickly come to quality management system. Okay. 3 topics we will be discussing here. Quality management system. I will not go very deep into that quality management system, with just a little brush up on that. And we will go to International Safety Management Code and Standards of Training, Certification and Watchkeeping, STCW. On this both thing, QMS, we are not going to be asking you many questions, but yes, ISM, there can be question for 5 mark, and even STCW also to explain. Okay, 5 mark notes can come on that ISM and STCW. Okay, so quickly let us see what is this quality management system means. Okay, so uh, be with me and understand. Okay, what is this quality management? Many of you are working in organizations where ISO certificate is already there, and you know about some company's policy, and policy is signed by the highest authority, and you are having ISO certification, and there is audit every year in the company, and then everybody is asked for additional work and maybe some documentation, keeping update and files and soft copies, all those things also. That is your, and then you are having processes, procedures for everything which you do. So what is this quality management system means? Okay, so quality management system, one can say that you do whatever you do, you write down. Okay, whatever you do, you write down. Okay, now you are not coming every time I give that example. Now you are not coming physically to your classes. Otherwise, suppose you would have been attending class in classroom, and suppose you would have been traveling to Nariman Point to attend the class, or to your whichever location you have taken admission. So from your home, you have to start at certain time. You have to catch maybe bus or train or whatever, your own vehicle, and you have to reach there before maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes before, whatever norms you have kept. And before your, now suppose 10 o'clock was lecture. So before 10, 5 minutes, you are reaching there. Okay. So all these things you write down, that you get up at what time, you are ready to have small breakfast at what time, you have breakfast, you take water bottle, what all things you should carry in your bag for full day training, then which bus you will catch, which train you will take, what time you will come to VT or Churchgate station. I'm giving this Mumbai example because many of you are from Mumbai, but students who are not from Mumbai, please bear with me. You must be knowing VT or Churchgate station, and then you go to NMIS office to attend the lecture. And you reach every time by quarter to 10 for 10 o'clock lecture. So all this sequence you write down. Okay. And every Sunday you follow this sequence yourself. So you write what you do, and then you do what you have written. And then there is no question of failing. Failing means you are not coming to class at 9:45. 100% you will reach at 9:45. And sometimes suppose you have not reached at 9:45, then you do correction to whatever you have written the thing. You have written whatever activity, procedure, in that you do correction. That sometimes so and so thing may happen, or sometimes so and so bus doesn't come in time. So you take one bus earlier. Do not depend on that. Like that, you make notes and you make correction to your process. So you make every time process correctly. You upgrade the process, which is called as review of the process. So suppose 10 times you have gone, you review all the 10 times how it was, and the process is good. Suppose now next year somebody from your building or from your area wants to go to NMIS at 10 o'clock Sunday, taking admission for first year. You just hand over this paper to him and you say, okay, you follow this and 100% you will reach there at so and so. Is it understood by you? Question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quite easy to understand, no? Okay. But you write what you do and do what you have written. And whenever you don't do what you have written, then that is non-conformity. Then you have to explain why you have not done it. And this is how organizations run. And this is called as quality management system. So even a person changes, the things move in same flow and without hurdle-less manner. Okay, so this is what is quality management system, and entire world over this sort of management system is accepted. That is called as ISO. So let us go quickly further. Okay. Quality management is considered as something very difficult, incomprehensive. Now you understood it is not very difficult. What you say, you write, and what you have written, you do it for whichever process. And every process you do it like that. Quality management is nothing but having everything in proper order, planned, executed according to established procedures. Here it is saying established procedures. Okay. Things does not happen coincidentally, does not depend on single person or opinion and the mood. Quality management requires change of attitude at all the level, information to all, and involvement and motivation of all. Okay, so now it was only I gave you example of your own person, but when you are having suppose 100 people involved with you, you have to have everybody must know about the plan. This process you must share with everybody, and that is information to all, involvement of all, and motivation to all. So like that, this quality management system will function better and you will achieve your goal in much effective and efficient manner. Okay. So BIS is Bureau of Indian Standards, formerly known as ISI mark. What we used to say, no, ISI mark, ISI mark. So that ISI mark is a quality mark, which is hallmark of quality in India. So what I said is written here: write what you do and do what you write. This is the basics of that quality management. Okay. So everything you must write down and do whatever you have written down. So process you will and improve it over the period and make it perfect till you reach perfection. Okay. So let us go further quickly. Many of you must be already learned this quality management system, because some of you definitely you have done your MBA, and this quality management system is taught. Okay. So ISI on the standards, 50 years old in India. Okay, I don't want to have this thing. Then, okay, here we will come to third para directly. The international standards of quality management defines the basic and fundamental terms relating to quality concept as they apply to products and services for the preparation and use of quality standards and for mutual understanding the international communications. Little difficult to understand. Okay, we'll proceed further. So you will appreciate more. Okay. Okay. They have given this definitions, what is quality assurance, what is quality management, and what is total quality management. Okay, these are definitions. There's also technical language is used. So I will not go into that because we are not expecting that this word to word you should be able to repeat, but understanding what I have told you is okay. Now, most commonly use ISO. Okay, so these are the standards. International standardization, International Standards Organization, that is ISO, are having standards. Means suppose you are operating office. So there will be booklet of how you do it. Okay, and those are called as standards. So you must follow those standards. Okay, like suppose I say, you are working in office, normal office, and somebody is working in restaurant. Both standards or both guidelines will be same?
No.
No, definitely no. Suppose you are manufacturing or you are producing food items. The guidelines will be same? No.
No.
That is also no. Everywhere you have to have different guidelines. So similarly, these are the normal guidelines, 9001, 9002, 9003. Okay, so these were normal guidelines which international body had issued, okay, at the time. But now the standard guidelines are not suitable for entire industry and definitely not suitable for marine industry at all. Marine industry is totally different. So these guidelines are not suitable. To run the office, guidelines are different. To run the ship, guidelines have to be different. But some people try to make these guidelines to use them on ship and improve the services or to have some standardization of ship operations that they have done that exercise. Okay. So let us see further that. Okay. This you can read yourself. I will just keep on giving you some this thing clarification. Quality management QMS 9001 2008 9001 2015. This is the latest standards. And in your corporate offices, you must be having certificate which states that your certificate is your organization is certified under 9001 2015. It says certified ISO 9001 2015. Okay, but this is standards for common offices, normal offices. Environmental management, as soon as you are involved with environment, your office involved with environment, then you must have environmental management. Okay, so these standards also you must. Like suppose now MMRDA or MMRDA only, they are constructing this metro, no? Metro, and they are involved with that RA, environmental damages and all. So they must have these standards. 14,001, 2015. Suppose you are digging something, you are making drainages, you must have these standards. 14,001, 2015, because this is not your normal office. Okay, so that is called as environmental management. Occupational health and safety management, OSAS. If you are working in factory, if you are working in some industry, then 18,001 and which are replaced by 45,000, ISO 45,000. These you have to follow. Okay, so that is occupational health and safety management. So where your health is also affected, you're working in factory, working in some industry, your health also can affect and safety also is affecting. So you must have 45,000. Okay, food safety management. So if you are working in hotel industry, food manufacturing industry, then you must have this standard 22,000, 2005. Okay, so those standards you must be certified. Okay, so some hotels saying 9001 2015 is not so much acceptable, that those standards. But if he says food safety management, like suppose if you take Taj must be certified by 22,000 to 2005 standards. Okay. Information security management. So like IT, people who are working with security of this information, so they must be certified under 27,001 2013. These standards are applicable to them. Then 18788 2015, this is management system for private security operators. So different fields, different international standards are there which you can follow and get your organization certified for that. Okay. And energy management system. Now suppose any person is any company dealing with solar energy, or now this battery charging cars running on e-cars operating on battery. So those manufacturers must have energy management system, which is 50,001 2011. So they should be certified under this. Okay, so there are various standards, but out of this, not a single standard which is there for the shipping, which is suitable totally. Okay, and you cannot use as it is with these standards on ship and burden them, because they were not 100% suitable for shipping. So what shipping had done, let us see, shipping industry. Okay, and further, okay, this last line is important to you. Japanese research showed 80% casualties, 80% accidents, marine accidents due to human failure. Means human element was there in accidents, 80% accident, and only 20% were ship related or because of failure of machinery or so. And that is the reason this ISM code was born in 1993. And this ISM is International Safety Management, okay, which was developed by IMO for shipping. Okay, so at least some standards to have safe operations, which will not be having danger to life, which will not be damaging the environment and property. Okay, further. Okay, this we are seeing again and again. The shipping is cyclic and shipping is not making profit, and recession in 1980, and ship management companies grew, and cost cutting and flagging out, open flags and flag of convenience. All these things are leading to only unhealthy atmosphere or unhealthy shipping. And then accidents are increasing. And that is why they had to look for some standardization of operations of shipping on board the ship and in offices also. Okay. So how that standardization, what was done by shipping industry? International Ship Managers Association. So ship managers, they came together. They said, what we can do? So just to improve our or standardize our operations. So they have started adopting ISO 9002 on ship and get ships certified for all the operations under ISO 9002 as a proactive measure, not some compulsion from somewhere, proactive measure. So at least they can say, I'm operating ships with ISO 9002. Okay. Then this is one classification society, DNV, Det Norsk Veritas. So they developed safety and environment protection certification. So they develop on their own that if you want to have safety and environment protection certification as a feather in your cap, you can. Okay. So these were efforts done by shipping industry proactively, voluntarily. Okay. Now, further now. Then IMO, International Maritime Organization, developed International Safety Management Code, and this ISM code is mandatory under SOLAS. So this is now included in one chapter in SOLAS, and now ships have to have certification under ISM. And this is requiring many things, and this is fixing the ship owner also. So that is why more reason ship owners do not want to operate the ships themselves. Because when you are fixed with responsibility, you are answerable and accountable to somebody, naturally you can hire a person and let that person be accountable to somebody. Okay. So that is the more reason. The purpose of this code is to provide an international standard for safe management of the ship and operation of the ships and pollution prevention. Okay. So with this note, let us go further. So this is giving when IMO approved this under which assembly, and this started from 1999, and finally all the ships were certified under a minute. Let me see whether anything worth telling, whether I have missed out any point here. No, this is giving those only resolution, under which resolution this has passed. Okay, here it says there has to be commitment from top. That is what is most required in any quality management system. Commitment from top means the topmost person of the company should be committed for whatever you declare, safety, or it may be safe operations without any human injury, accidents, and damage to nature, or whatever you have, whichever business you have. Suppose educational institute is operating under ISO. So if they say we will give quality education, we will employ quality teacher, we will employ educated people or suitable listening, then they have to do that way. Okay. The matter of safety and pollution prevention, it is commitment, competence, attitude, motivation to at all level. Okay. Okay. Now this ISM code which came into SOLAS, this line, ISM code, SOLAS chapter 9. So this SOLAS chapter 9 ISO code was adopted in 1993, and first it was implemented, it was made compulsory to implement on passenger ships. This is passenger vessels, PAX vessels, and all tankers, because they were having big dangers. Passenger is lives, no? So that is why passenger ships have to be taking this step of safety first. So passengers and all tankers, they had to be certified by 1998, 1998. So 1st July 1998, all the passenger ships and tankers had to comply with ISM code. Okay. Then further amendments to ISM code came in 2000, 2004, 2005, and okay, passenger ships and all other ships, means in industry, all ships were complied with ISM code by 17-2002. So all cargo ships and MODU, Mobile Offshore Drilling Unit. This is MODU ka full form, Mobile Offshore Drilling Unit. They were all certified by 2002, and as of today, all the ships which are making international voyages, they have to be certified by the flag state administration under ISM code, and the ship manager or the owner also must have certificate for operation of that particular ship. He must have process, he must be accountable, and he has to be responsible for shipboard operations. Okay, so this much responsibility is fixed to the operators. Okay, this ISM code, what all chapters are there, which are these? First, number one is general, so nothing to explain in general. Safety and environment protection policy. So each owner or each ship manager must have protection policy. So protection of safety, protection of people and environment. Company responsibilities and authorities. So this code, it describes is what is responsibility of the company. So many years, company was not responsible. If ship sinks, so ship people were all faulty. Ship people were at fault. Ship people were not good. And owner was enjoying by taking the money from the insurance company. But today, if ship sinks, then company also will be questioned and they will be also put behind bar. It is not only shipping people, you can say that ship's crew was not good, so that's why ship has sunk. No, you did not maintain the ship properly, that's why ship must have been sunk. Though that also aspect is seen now. Okay, so company responsibility and authority. Designated person, so something we will learn about this. Designated person means what? Each company must appoint one person who is technical. It is not one person means somebody you take from roadside and make him accountable or make him responsible. He has to be professional, marine professional. He must understand language of shipping. He must understand shipping operations. So such person is appointed and declared that he is my person appointed for safety of so much group of ships or one ship. Okay, and his number, contact details have to be shared with government, that is DG shipping, and this person has to be there available round the clock to attend the ship's calls in case of emergency and safety. Okay, so now if owner is operating the ship, how difficult it is to have designated person from his family or from his somebody. So that's why it is better to hand over to somebody and let that somebody appoint somebody and comply with the regulations. Okay. Here now this ISM code is also defining master's responsibility and authority. So under this, it was always there that captain of the ship is whole and soul in charge on the ship, and his decisions used to be final. That was always there, said and done. But the governments wanted to have this owner saying this. So owner will say that master's responsibility is so and so, and his authority, and he is having overriding power. So overriding power means suppose ship is sinking, and owner will never say that leave the ship and let it go down. Owner will say, oh, you try something, you do this, don't leave the ship, don't leave the ship. That's what owner will say always. So master will be in dilemma whether to leave the ship and save the lives of the crew or remain on ship and sink with the ship. So, but now it is not so with ISM. ISM owner has to sign saying that captain is having overriding authority and his decision is final during that emergency situation, because he is on the scene, and let him take decision, and even I tell him he need not listen to me. So this has to be given in writing. Okay. Then resources and personal. So you must provide them spare parts, you must provide them stores, you must provide their requirements, you must fulfill, and people also you must provide them. Development of plans for shipboard operation. Each and every shipboard operation has to be written down by owner, and in a booklet form it has to be given to the ship. Okay, ship operation plan. Okay, so those are called as SMS manuals, which are given on ship. Then emergency preparedness. So ship's people and office as a team, they should be prepared to face any emergency. Okay, and emergency means what? Whenever there is a danger to life on board the ship, or there is danger to environment, or there is danger to the ship itself. Okay, reports and analysis and non-conformities, accidents and hazardous occurrences. So whichever near miss accidents are taking place, so reports of that has to be there. Maintenance of the ship and equipment. This is easy to understand. Maintenance and ship equipment. Documentation, easy to understand. Everything has to be documented and it has to have copies filed electronically or it may be physically. Okay. Then company verification. So company is not given free hand. You sit in office only. You verify whether your ship is operating as per ISM requirement and you review, and evaluation should be done by you, means company's representative. So he will go on board and see an annual report has to be there. Okay, so company is made accountable for many things. And then certification, verification and control. This is the 13th element of ISM. Okay, so I think with this we will take a short break of 10 minutes and join back thereafter. Okay. So before 50, we will join back. Okay. Okay. So we will take break now. Irfan bhai, you can stop recording, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The 140 students are there who have logged in. So I believe so many students are there for the first year for this program. Okay. So let us continue of this ISM, International Safety Management, which is a quality management system for the shipping. Its objectives are to ensure safety at sea, prevention of human injury and loss of life, avoidance of damage to environment, in particular to marine environment and to the property. And to achieve these objectives and of the code, every company to develop, implement, and maintain a safety management system. This SMS is safety management system, which includes following functional requirements. Okay, which are these functional requirements? Let us go to next slide and see the functional requirements of safety management system. Okay, so this is the word safety management system, which is called as SMS. Okay, a safety environment protection policy that we have seen in even those 13 elements of ISM code. Instruments and procedures to ensure safe operation of ships in compliance with relevant international and flag state rules. Defined level of authority and lines of communication between and among ship and shore. Procedure for reporting of accidents and non-conformities. Procedure to prepare for and respond to emergency situations. Procedure for internal audits and management review. Where they are saying procedure, no? This procedure word means, like I gave you example, write what you do and do what you have written. So procedure is what you are doing, you are writing. So now suppose we take example here, procedure to prepare for and respond to emergency. So suppose emergency on ship is what? Suppose ship is sinking. So how you are going to face this emergency, how you are going to stop her from sinking, how you are going to act in the best interest of lives, environment, and the ship as property and cargo as property. Okay, but on topmost priority comes is life and environment. Okay, so whatever things you are going to do, that will be written down as procedure and you follow it. Okay, follow it and do it like that. So that owner has to make this book and provide it on ship as safety management system. Okay. Here also ISM code describes this or defines what is company means, what is administration means, safety management system means what, DOC means what, and safety management certificate. We will describe this too now. Okay, this is okay. Safety management system, you know now. Administration also, you know, administration means it is flag state administration of the country where ship is registered. Company, you know, owner or ship manager. Okay, for our this thing, we need not go for word to word the definition. DOC, this one here, DOC means document issued to a company which complies with the requirements of the code. So this is called a document of compliance. So how it is done, this ISM, as you are doing ISO for your organizations, and you get certificate that ISO certified 9001 2015. So same way ISM certificate will be given, but this DOC, document of compliance, will be given to owner. Okay, listen to me carefully. DOC is issued to owner of the company or ship manager who is looking after the ship for manning management and technical management. DOC further, it is given for a type of ship operation. So suppose you say I am going to operate container ships, then that DOC will be given for container ship operations only. If you are going to operate passenger ships, then DOC is different, and all this SMS, safety management system for passenger ships, is different. Safety management system for tankers is different. Safety management system for car carrier is different. Safety management system for bulk carrier is different. Safety management system for passenger ship is different. Safety management system for general cargo ship is different. So DOC as per type of ship. So suppose company like Shipping Corporation of India, or ma'am was asking that question, whether a company can operate different types of ships. Yes, but they should have different setup for SMS, safety management system manuals, procedures, and separate divisions to operate those ships, which will be certified by Director General of Shipping and issue them DOC, document of compliance, to owner or ship manager to operate that ship. Okay. Now this DOC is issued for 5 years. It is issued for 5 years. Okay. 5 साल के लिए दिया हुआ है. Every year you have to undergo audit to prove that things are same as you have done first audit, and you are maintaining that standard. And then only annual endorsement is done. Every 5 years it will be renewed. Okay. DOC further, when company is newly formed company, then they may give, because company has not started its business. So DOC is given temporary for 6 months, interim certificate. And within 6 months, you do one audit again and get this DOC valid for 5 years after 6 months of operation. Okay. Further now, each ship will be having safety management certificate. This one, safety management certificate. So the team of auditors will go on board, and this team of auditors will be from which authority? Is flag state administration, or the organization authorized by flag state. So in India, DG Shipping or recognized organization or authorized organization by DG Shipping is IRS, Indian Register of Shipping, which is classification society, is authorized organization by DG Shipping, which is called as RO, recognized organization. Okay. And their team will go on board inspect all the processes on board, and whether you are able to operate the ship safety to people, safety to environment, safety to life, and safety to property. So thereafter, this certificate will be issued to the ship, which is called as safety management certificate. The similar manner, safety management certificate for brand new ship, it will be interim certificate for short-term duration. Thereafter, it will be given as 5 years duration with annual endorsement requirement. Safety management certificate, original certificate has to be there on ship. And ship will have DOC copy of ship manager. So ship manager, DOC, original copy will be there with ship manager, and copies will be given on all the ships. Okay. Whereas safety management certificate will be there on ship, original, and copy will be with owner. So under one DOC, a company can operate, or the ship manager can operate n number of ships, no problem. He can operate one ship, or he can operate 100 ship with one DOC. Okay, so is that clear? Anything more information required on this? Okay, we'll proceed further. Okay. But suppose company is having two ships only. Company is having two ships only, and one ship is container ship, one ship is tanker ship. How many DOCs company will have?
Two.
How many?
Sir, one, sir, one.
One?
Yes.
No,
Two.
one is not correct answer.
Two.
Two, because type of ship is different. No, each type of ship you must have separate DOC, because operations are not same. You cannot follow same safety management system for container ship. You cannot follow same that container ship safety management system for tankers. Tanker operations are different altogether.
Excuse me,
Same,
sir.
it is same like auto rickshaw operation is different, truck operation is different, and bus operation is different. Yes, no?
So I was asking that DOC, does it change with the flag also? If suppose a company, like you told, has two different vessels, one is of Marshall Island and the other one is of Panama flag. So again, the company needs two different DOCs, or under one DOC only it can work?
No,
Changes with the
you flag of the ships have to be same. You have to obtain DOC of that particular flag.
Okay, so even flag plays
Yes,
a
yes,
major
yes,
role.
yes, yes, yes. So flag administration will issue DOC. So suppose you are operating two ships, one is Indian flag, one is Panama flag, you require two DOCs.
Okay.
You are operating two different type of ships, you require two DOCs. But you are having 100 ships of one type only. Suppose 100 container ships you are operating of same flag. Under one DOC you can operate. Okay.
Yes, sir, got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let us say designated person. I have already explained you, so I will not spend much time on this slide. Designated person has to be appointed by owner or ship manager, who should be available 24 hours for responding to ship's safety. Okay. Master's responsibility also I have explained you, and this is that word, overriding authority. So master's decision will be final to make decisions with respect of safety. Okay. So that statement has to be signed by owner and given to master. So there is no doubt master is having in his mind whether owner, should I listen to owner and all his orders, or am I boss or he is boss during emergency. Okay. So that is, there is no ambiguity in that. Okay. Now next topic we want to discuss is STCW code. Okay. Now, what is this STCW code? So before going to this STCW code, let me explain you. Okay. Now, ships are running international. Ships are registered anywhere in the world. owners are anywhere in the world. Ships are operated by multinational crew. These crew are trained in different countries. So how it is possible the education of this crew, training of this crew will be of same standard? The answer will be no. I am giving that answer first. Now I am giving you example. Suppose you go all over India and do survey of boys and girls who have passed 10th standard. About say 1,000 boys you across the country you meet and ask them 10th standard. And you will find none of these students have same syllabus. They do not have same textbooks. They do not have same knowledge. They do not have same education system, and so on and so forth. And somebody will say, I am having a higher standard. I am from CBSE board. Somebody will say, I am from vernacular medium. Somebody will say, I am from convent school. Somebody will say, I am from English medium. Somebody will say, I am from state board. Somebody say, no, no, all these are very small. I am from international standard. So in your own country, the schools are different. The syllabus is different. Teaching pattern is different. Examination system is different. Some states, they will say examination, open book exam is permitted. Somebody will say copying is their birthright. Somebody will say, no, 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 no copying will be allowed. And very hard and fast and hard and strict results will be declared. So how you are going to have same standard in your country? And basically in your country, suppose 10th standard education is not common for all the children. How you can expect seafarers around the world having common training? Is it possible? Now you have to answer.
No, sir.
Okay. At least one no means I know that you are agreeing with that point. So it is impossible to have same standards. So this need was identified based on that Japanese survey of 80% accidents involved human error, human element. And when they further analyzed, they said there may be no knowledge to seafarers, standard knowledge is not there to seafarers, attitude of seafarer is not there, or seafarer is overworked, he may be having fatigue, he may not have been having adequate knowledge of the machinery, so and so forth, so many different reasons, but based on human. So this how you can remove all this by training. So when this training thing came, one is standardization of your operations, that is ISM code, and this is training. So IMO said, okay, might well as get down and write some standards. So they have written the standards, and that it has come as International Convention on Standards of Training for Seafarers, Certification and Watchkeeping. So certification means in which format certificate will be given, when certificate will be given, after doing the course or after completion of training. So all such type of things are standardized world over based on STCW, which started in 1978. Okay. So let us see further. And then STCW 78 was entered into force in 1984. 1995 was major amendments to that, and 2010 amendments were called as Manila Amendment 2010, which came into force from 1st January 2012. But basic documents remain same, STCW 78 as amended, like that we say. Or you don't say 1978 oblique 2010 or oblique 1995. No, you're saying 1978 as amended. So whatever amendments are there till date, they will be incorporated. Okay. So this code means book. it is having two parts, part A, part B. And part A of the code is mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory. So which is giving minimum standards of competence required for sea-going personnel. Means each rank goes on ship. So minimum standard has to be mentioned or has to be there with the person. Okay. And part B, which is not compulsory, but it is giving code contains recommendations and guidelines, which is intent to help parties implement the convention. So how you implement this training or education, it is given in part B. Okay. But part A is compulsory. Okay. So what they have done, just to give you example, what they have done. Suppose now there is one course. Okay. Suppose we say 10th standard is too long because you have to spend 10 years in school. But suppose one short course is there. Suppose computer familiarization course. Okay. So with that course, what they are doing, this IMO has written book on computer familiarization. Okay. Book on that. And that book is having one code. Okay. This is the only example I am giving. There is no computer familiarization course in IMO. Okay. So they will say how many students should be there in the course. How many instructors should be there in the course? What qualification of instruction should be there? What should be size of your classroom should be there? How many computers should be there available? One each computer, two each computer, whatever. That will be given. What should be syllabus of the course? Out of syllabus, which topic you teach for how long? 15 minutes, half an hour. How many hours practical you give? All such type of things are given. Thereafter, they will say how you test their knowledge at the end of the course. Duration of the course will be how many hours. That also they will specify. And then at the end, they are giving what certificate you should give them. So format of the certificate is also given. And then you can say this person is competent to handle the computer. Okay, this is just example. So likewise, they have given, there are several books, jitne bhi whatever courses are there for mariners, for seafarers. So those many books are there which are published by IMO for those courses. Okay. Now STCW convention, chapter 1 is general provisions, chapter 2 is master and deck department. There are three departments on the ship. One is deck department or navigation department or administration department, that is one department. Second department is engineering department. Third department, they say radio department. Of course, radio department has merged into master and deck department. But in this STCW, there is a separate chapter on that. And third department is your catering department. But basically, catering department, they have not mentioned, they are merging it with only deck department. Okay. So here, all the examinations or the training done by master and deck department is given here. Engine department training and this thing is given here. Radio department training is given here. Special requirement for tankers is given here. Proficiency in survival craft is given here in chapter 6. So this book is containing all the detail of training, how you train your seafarers. So based on that, Government of India under Director General of Shipping, they give licenses to the maritime training institutes to conduct certain courses based on the course, faculty, classroom, infrastructure, instruments, facilities, infrastructure, all those things are seen and permission is given. And they are inspected by DG Shipping from time to time. And if they are performing okay, they are continued. If they are not performing okay, their licenses are suspended. So that is monitored by DG Shipping. And based on that, such MTIs, Maritime Training Institutes, are there in India. And number is about 150. 150 training schools are there, which are imparting training in different fields to mariners. Okay. And one such field, which is one such college is there, which is owned by government, is named as Chanakya. Other is named as Lal Bahadur Shastri Nautical College. One is in Railroad, other one is in Nerul, New Bombay. Okay. These are 95 amendments. Amendments why original document was there. Then there has to be some changes later on as per whatever is left over, whatever people are finding loop. It is far difficult to implement. Then some clarifications have to be done and changes have to be done. So general provision, okay, chapter 1, master and department, okay. So here they are not giving any more this thing, but this number 7 and 8 are added, watchkeeping and alternate certification. So this is added in 95 amendments. 2010 amendments are more adding many things. To 6 also they have added emergency, occupational safety, medical care and survival functions. Okay, 2010 amendments, yes, they have. Okay, so based on 95 amendments, they said, okay, they have defined what is company. Safe manning certificate they have defined, which is now we have seen for manning of the ship. Safe manning certificate issued by administration. All trainers and assessors suitably qualified. So like we are having scheme of, we say school teachers, they are DEd, or college teachers or high school teachers, they are BEd, BA BEd, MSc BEd, like that we say, okay, or MSc MEd. So similarly, marine trainers are also qualified and their special training is taken for them, and that is called as uh, TOTA. Course name is TOTA or TOTI, like that two courses were there. Now it is merged into one course and it is called Vertical Integration Course, VICT. So each trainer is trained and he is qualified. So I am also one of the trainers for the mariners, and I have also qualified under this, all trainers and assessors suitably qualified. Okay. Training institutions must establish a quality management system. So training institutes are also required to have QMS. Okay. Then flag state must maintain records of all certificate issued. So people who are certified, the flag state must have complete data of the seafarer. Okay. Then competence level of seafarers defined, and fitness for duty and rest hours have to be also defined. So fitness for duty and rest hour means how many hours seafarer is working every day. That is also there has to be some guidelines. Okay. Further, let us see. 2010 amendments are called as Manila amendments because that meeting has taken place in Manila where all these amendments were agreed by all the countries and they were added to the convention, and they are said as Manila amendments. So let us see Manila amendments further. What are these? So Manila amendments felt need for fraudulent certificate of competency. Like developing countries, this is again a big problem, that fraud certificates, fake certificates, or fake printing of certificates. So they said this problem has to be addressed by governments. Okay. Revised requirements of hours of work and rest. So how many hours crew will work on board? So that also has come here. New requirements for the prevention of drug and alcohol abuse. So this has come in STCW. So drug and alcohol, like we were mentioning, no, and somebody said that still it is going, yeah. So but this is regulations does not allow you to have drug and alcohol on board the ships. Okay. Updated standards relating medical fitness standards of the seafarers. Okay. So medical fitness, what they have done earlier, they used to have like color blindness. Color blindness used to be only for navigation people. okay, navigation people, and all other people could go on ship without colorblind test. But now they have realized that many people are colorblind, and suppose an ordinary crew who does not suppose see a green and red light correctly, he sees everything may be white. So is he fit to work on board? Because when emergency alarm comes, it will come in red. When normal alarm comes, it will come in green. So if he cannot see green and red light difference, it is danger. Okay. New certification requirements for able seafarers. Then all the seamen on board, they did not have any certification except only experience. So they said these people also should have some training and certificate so that they are responsible. Okay, the new requirements, training in modern technology. Okay, like EGDIS, like now you are having on board ship electronic charts, electronic chart display system. So that is EGDIS. So people should be trained for that to operate. Not that they go on ship and they start getting trained or hands-on training. That is later on, but they should be trained. So that also requirement has come into 2010 amendment. Sometimes note can come STCW 2000. Sometimes it may be only STCW, like that for 5 marks. Okay. Okay. Further 2010, new marine environment awareness training, leadership and teamwork, new training and certification requirement, electrotechnical officers. See, electrical officers on ship, they did not have any certification or any competence level. And now they have identified that they also should have a marine training, some specialized training for the working on ship. Updating competence of personnel on board all type of tankers. So tankers must have some separate training for the people. New requirement for personnel serving on LPG, liquefied gas tankers. Then new requirement for security training and piracy. So people should be trained against piracy attack, pirate attack, and security. Okay. Introduction of modern training methodology, distance and web-based, because this is also in thing. So people should be trained for that also, web-based training. New training guidance for personnel on board in polar waters. Okay. In our technological developments, I have shown you once this thing subject, polar navigation or northern sea route, if you remember still. Remember? How many of you remember polar navigation? So
Yes, sir. North
yes,
Atlantic.
yes,
By
because
from Russia.
because
Rotterdam
of
to
yes, correct. Because of the global warming, ice is melting, and ships can transit from northern side of Europe to Far East. Far East means to Japan, Korea, China, and still that is icy water. So to operate ships in icy water, there has to be training to mariners, and this has come under polar code. Okay, so that is also addressed in STCW. And new training guidelines for dynamic positioning system. Dynamic positioning system is what it is used for offshore. Actually, offshore is where oil exploration ships are working, oil exploration, oil fields are there, like Bombay High. So ships have to go close to the platforms and deliver the goods. So what you do, manually you can keep the ship there, or you can put it on computer, and computer will adjust and give the engines and adjust the position, and that is called as dynamic positioning system for the ship. So there also some training has to be there. Okay, earlier there was no training for DP ships. This is coming in our offshore. Okay, which will be next 7th lecture. We are going to discuss that offshore thing. Okay, so with this almost we have finished the STCW, ISM and QMS. Okay. So any questions quickly you can come up.
Sir, as
Otherwise,
you
we
said
will.
about this polar water training, I think there
Yes.
is a COP also being issued for to sail on a polar region.
Yes, sir. Certificate will be issued to the
Yeah,
people who
polar
are
COP.
trained. Certificate will be issued.
That's been issued by the DG shop.
Will be issued by DG Shipping now. Yes. If you are trained, the certificate will be issued by DG Shipping. DG Shipping means authorized by DG Shipping. Now see, now there is a change which DG Shipping has made. Okay, which some of you who are working in marine fields, or some of you, or all of you must be aware how shipping training, because of this international control and monitoring, how tight it is. You can compare it with this thing, means not that how loose training in India we have and how tight training by which is done by the DG Shipping, that also we can. Now any course you do, okay, any course, suppose now this you take polar water course, okay, polar code. Suppose you have to be trained for operating ships in polar water. So how the course is now, okay, I'm just giving you example. First, you have to log in to DG Shipping's website. Okay, you do e-learning with that material, whatever is provided, course material, e-material is there. You read that material, go through those each page, spend requisite time. So suppose polar code requires you to spend or read that material for suppose 20 hours. So you spend 20 hours. There is a software which will count your these hours. And once you spend 20 hours, you will be becoming eligible to give one test. That is e-learning test, which is called as assessment test. Okay. So you give that test, pass that test, then you are eligible to do the physical course in institute. Then you do physical course in institute. Each institute, okay, just very interesting for every one of you, just to know how much, because that international pressure is there, how we can also improve our systems. Each institute, whoever is conducting this course, all these courses say they are under camera now, okay, where DG Shipping can access. Now e-learning which we are doing, which we are giving to mariners, we are sharing the link of the classroom to DG Shipping, and DG Shipping's representative can enter into any class anytime just to see how the training is going on. Okay, so video recording has to be maintained by MTIs. Physical presence of the student has to be there, and physical presence is ensured by having biometric attendance in the classroom. Okay, so you are doing biometric attendance, you are doing camera recording, and once you finish the course of 5 days, 6 days, whatever duration, as per STCW, then you give exit exam, which is on DG Shipping's website. So everything on DG Shipping's website, your passing exit exam is also there on DG Shipping's website. And thereafter, the certificate will be generated by the training institute, which will be e-signed by the training institute, e-signature by the course in charge and principal. And this certificate will not be physically issued to you. No physical issuance of certificate. That certificate will be available on DG Shipping's website. So you can download that certificate, or anywhere in the world, anybody can access your certificate to check the authenticity of your certificate. So this much is done by DG Shipping to have authentic or no fake education. Otherwise, fake education was India, but that was also going on. Like you pay the fees, some hefty fees, and without attending course, you could get certificate. This was going on till 2 years back. And many institutes were doing that. So there is a big this thing, slap on that. So still some mariners are thinking this is done because of COVID, but this is not because of COVID. This is permanent going to be there. and it may be more tight also. And when you are giving this exam, there is a camera on, and if you see here and there like I am doing like this, you will be failing. As soon as you move your head here and there, somebody walks behind you, somebody speaks, you will fail. And you have to reappear for the certificate. You have to reappear for the exam. And 3 times you will reappear, then that's the end of it. You have to repeat the course again. Okay. So anyway, so that is how Government of India has done the measures to not to have this fake certification. So let us go to next topic. Anything, anybody is having comment on that? What I told you about the procedure of this mariners training. So I am familiar with other trainings also, like medical, engineering, or any other schools, or your MBAs and colleges and all. So I know what is the difference in that, and how much we can compare this marine training and that. Okay. Further, what they have done, it is that also is worth noting. Each and every faculty, they have given identification number. So all faculties who are training in training institutes, they are registered with DG Shipping with number. And 1 month in advance, institutes have to give data to DG Shipping, how many lectures per day the faculty is going to take. There is a restriction of taking more than 3 lectures per day. So faculties taking lectures physically in one institute and signing in other institute, that is not possible now. So there is some check on that. Otherwise, that people used to do. They are attached with several institutes. They used to just sign and take some small packet and go away. Okay. So many things are done. Chalo. Let us finish this 3rd chapter, which is very small and it is not very difficult also to understand. Logistics. Because you know what certificate you are going to get is having this word logistics. And that is why what we had done, we introduced logistics subject in the 2nd year, and we said, okay, the introduction to logistics will be put in 1st year. So where it has to be put? So finally it came to me, and it came to current shipping environment. Came to me means current shipping environment. In your study material, we included this lesson number 15. And one lesson was there on rake removal Nairobi Convention, that was removed. Okay, so this was the how this has come now. So this is lesson number 15, logistics. Okay, so let us see what is this logistics mean. Logistics is all arrangements, like suppose you are having wedding, you are having mehndi session. So there also a lot of, you are having suppose birthday party. There also you have to arrange so many things, and those arranging so many things in time, efficiently, effectively, that is what is logistics. And who does? He also does logistics at his home, at his own. Like suppose flower supplier, florist is doing decoration in hall, wedding hall. So he also has to do some logistics. He has to get flowers from somewhere. He has to arrange that. He has to keep them fresh. He has to bring them there. He has to employ some people to do decoration. So that is also logistics. So logistics means having whatever services are required at the right time, right place, with right amount of whatever charges. Okay. So this logistic, first time it came in war. This word started coming in during Second World War, First World War, like that. Like when soldiers are going on the border for having to fight against the enemy, we must have backup to them. Like suppose some soldier is injured, we must have first aid backup. We must have doctors, team of doctors. We must have medicines. Then soldiers are having weapons. We must have replacement weapons immediately ready. We must have food. We must have some arrangements for making some tents, temporary tents or something for resting. So those sort of things have to be there. Otherwise, they will not be able to function. They will not be able to work. And not only so, when that time, like bullets, suppose bullets are finishing, then what soldier is going to do on the border? So you must have adequate supply of bullets also. So bullet manufacturer also has to manufacture those many bullets and supply you, and then you have to take it to the border. So these type of things came this logistic word. So this is called as logistic history. Okay. So first line says that war, and in war, what all things are there? Weapon, food, water, medical, essentials, think, plan, and method. So all these things were required. Okay. And they are giving first World War II, 39 to 1945. US and Europe and another part of the world, this logistic started developing more and more. And this word started coming. So logistic word has come from Greek word called as Lego. So Lego word say logistic. Okay. And what is the definition they are saying? The art and science of management, engineering, and technical activities concerned with requirement, design, supplying, and maintaining resources to support objectives, plans, and operations. So this is the definition as per management now of the logistic. So it must have management, science of management, engineering, technical activities concerned with requirement, design, supplying, and maintaining resources to support objective, whatever your objectives are, and plan and operations. Okay. So this is what is the definition. Now, there are many definitions across. One more definition is here. The process of planning, implementing, controlling the efficient, effective flow and storage of goods, services, and related information from point of origin to point of consumption for the purpose of conforming to customers' requirement. So now this is with the addressing needs of the customer. Okay. So not only logistic means only war and this, but this is now customer requirement. So this also there is one more definition. Now they are saying in logistic, we are having 6R principle, 6R, 6 Romeo. So that the alphabet R is used here. And what is that 6R means? Right product, right amount, right quality, right time, right place, and right cost. So all these things, 6 things have to be together for that logistic thing. Some more people are also taking as 10R used in military. Okay, so this R say right things are expanding more in military. Okay. Then there is word called as supply chain management, and it is called as SCM. It is now heard by many this thing. Whenever you do that, your MBA, this will be always spoken as a supply chain management, supply chain management. Okay, so this is inward. Maybe 10 years back, people were not understanding this supply chain management, but now yes. Then chain of logistics goal and overtime. Okay. Change of logistic goals over time. Means over the years, how the logistic goals have changed. That is the meaning of that. Okay. So this is the chart or this is the sketch shown in your study material, in your books. And what they are saying, up to 1990, 1950, this was on the production support. Means if you produce, keep on producing, So that was only emphasized up to 1950. Okay. Thereafter, in 1970 to production, just by producing it doesn't help, that they came to know by 1970. And then they said production hai, if you are producing, there has to be sales also. So production, sales support. That started from 1970. Then from 1985, one more aspect came to that, value added services. So you just don't produce and you just don't sell. You must ask customer also what he wants, and whatever additional services he wants, you give it. Okay. Additional services means, suppose you are selling something, suppose vegetable vendor, very common example we will take. Vegetable vendor is keeping vegetables to sell. Okay, so production support, okay, farmer has produced or he is only farmer. He got it to market and he is selling. Now, every customer coming, he finds that these customers are not bringing any carry bag with them, environment friendly carry bag. They are not bringing. And everybody says, de do na, ek theli de do na, plastic ka. Although plastic is banned, plastic is doing a disaster to nature, still all the customers are saying plastic they do. So he also keeps plastic under his those vegetables and pulls out one bag and gives you. So this is value added service because customer demanding. So you are giving him bag also. Okay. And then serving the client, this scenario came from 1995. So serving the client means what? You go to market or you call him on phone in today's conditions, or otherwise you go to market and you say, okay, this is the list, ghar mein pahuncha do. So this is serving client. So client requires not only plastic, but he wants this whatever things he has given you list of vegetables, you deliver at his doorstep. So all these are slowly changing, and this has gone up to only here. So this I think they have found it's sufficient unless one more thing comes something up after 2010. So production support, sales support, value added service, and serving the client. Okay, well understood this aspect. Okay. Now, parameters of goods, amount type is this logistics support, affecting factors and modes of transport. Okay. Which are affecting factors for this logistics support? Parameter of the goods means what type of goods you want to transport. Like you want to transport fish 200 kilometers. Can you transport it just like that? No, you require refrigerated van, you require ice box or something. You require to suppose transport ice cream. You cannot transport it on normal this thing. So goods, amount, how big is the amount, type of the cargo, nature of the cargo, positions A to B means which location to which location, then frequency, how frequently this cargo is moving, every day or every third day, every month, every 15 days. Then limitations, restrictions. Restriction and limitations means any limitations to carry this cargo, any restrictions are there to carry this cargo by government or local bodies. And time, how much time it's going to take, and regulations. What government is having regulations, you have to comply with it. So many factors are there which are depending. Then direct, indirect transport, own vehicle. You may have own vehicle for transportation, or you can have hired vehicles. Okay. Modes of transport, advantages, disadvantages. Sometimes this question comes, and I will not go into detail of these transport modes. Okay. Water, I will tell you the cheapest mode of transport. Rail is number 2 cheapest. and road is after that, and air is after that. Pipeline is also cheapest mode, but pipeline you can transport only liquid cargo. Balance all you have to transport. Water is the cheapest mode of transport. And water and road, this ratio is nearly double. Suppose water requires 1 rupee for transportation, the road requires 2 rupee for transportation, or maybe slightly more. Okay, so these are the different modes of transport. And sometimes question comes, uh, what is difference between, or describe only water transport, rail transport, road transport, air transport, or what is difference, compare water transport to air transport. Like that question can come for on this logistics. Okay. Warehousing management. So when you are having these goods kept somewhere, you have to store them also, and you are storing them in warehouse. So warehouse, what all things you have to look after in warehouse? Okay. So first of all, concept of warehouse, and we have already learned a central warehousing corporation in our container topics. We have learned that ICDs, ICD, CFS, Central Warehousing Corporation, CWC. So those are warehouses. Okay. Importance in supply chain. What is the importance of warehousing? Very, very important, because temporary storage you can do there. So warehouses have to be there. Okay. Then industrial, agricultural, commercial, and transport. So industrial warehousing, agriculture warehousing, like to agriculture means keeping your grains. So that warehouses will be different. Industrial warehouse is different. And then commercial aspect of it, and transport to warehouse, to and fro. So if warehouses are connected by railway, nothing like it. But if railway is not there, then road infrastructure has to be very good, so that it is easy. Then you can have open air warehousing, or indoor, means it can be closed or it can be open air. Then bulk or per piece, how you will have commercial arrangement, bulk warehousing or per piece charges. Then security and insurance. You have to keep, suppose somebody keeps in your warehouse some goods, you have to make them secured also. Secured means there should be no theft. Nobody should be tampering it. So you must have security arrangements. So you must have compound, security, locking system, and you must be taking insurance also. Insurance for what? For against theft, damage, damage due to weather or due to rains, or pilferage means maybe thieves, and insurance against the accidents and fire. Okay. So insurance arrangement also you have to make. Okay. Then you can have in warehouse stacked racks, handling equipments. Handling equipments we have seen in container handling in our other subject, shipping management, that subject. No? So container handling equipment we have seen in warehouses, and bonded warehouse. Okay, bonded warehouse also word we have seen, that bonded warehouse is where custom clearance is required, and there is no custom duty is not paid on imported goods, then you put inside bonded warehouse. Okay, so those also. Then you have to have inventory management. Okay, so inventory management best use, okay, before going to that, detailed list of goods, that is called as inventory. And this word started coming first time in France 1415, uska mention kiya hua hai about inventory. And word inventory first time used in 1601, but this detailed list of goods and all was used in France in 1415, but this inventory word came first time 1601. Okay, so detailed record of the goods, sales and orders, software means any program, IT program, loss of inventory and backup of it, raw material, work in progress, finished goods, service inventory, and transit inventory. So अलग अलग inventory के तरीके हैं. Transit inventory मतलब so goods are coming, but they are in transit. That is the transit inventory. Then service inventory, finished good inventory, work in progress inventory, and raw material. So different type of inventory is required. Okay. Nowadays, many of us may not be aware, or some of us are aware already. Whenever we go to shop means where this like mall, okay, mall technology. So everybody is having the price tag, and all these prices they swipe in computer, and the price comes in computer, and then bill also comes in computer. So all the goods which are sold from that shop are going through billing, computer billing. And this computer billing, okay, it makes bill, it gives you total of the cost. It can have your whatever, suppose that discount is there, sale is there, that also it takes into account. At the same time, this data is going to inventory management. Suppose you are purchasing soap, and suppose since morning 1,000 people have taken two soap like that. So computer counts that, and that data goes straight away to the inventory. That today's opening stock computer has. Suppose today's opening stock is 4,000 or 5,000, and today 1,000 people had come into the mall, and they had taken two soap each. So 2,000 soaps have gone already. So the computer will find out 2,000 gone, 5,000 were there. So how many soaps are balanced? So he will say 3,000 soaps are balanced because morning inventory was 5,000. And suppose tomorrow another 2,000 have gone. So 1,000 balance. Now suppose you have kept a program that when soaps are 1,000 balance, then you must place order. So computer automatically sends a email to supplier that supply 10,000 soap cakes by tomorrow morning. Okay. So such programs are there. So basically, when this computerized billing has come, it is not for your convenience. And this price code, it is not for purpose of billing. Billing, okay. Billing is we can say it is a side product. But basically, it is for inventory management. So how much stock is balanced and how to replace that stock. So that is also at the back of the curtain happening. Okay. And some of us are aware, but many of us are not aware of this fact, this computerized billing. Okay. So now in supply chain management, these are the important factors which are there. So let us see. Transport is very important, supply chain. Finance is also very important. You require cash, you require some funds to have arrangements. Then health, safety, and environment, those issues are also there. Health issue of the workers, safety of the workers, and environment. When you are transporting anything, environment concerns are also there. Okay. Environment concerns are how? See now, milk is coming in plastic bags. Environment concern is there. And government as of today, they have not said anything, or they are not very harsh in India, because they are always taking the side of inventory over environment. Environment, they are not much this thing, but they will not disturb the business people. So milk will continue to come in plastic. Okay. But what they have done, they said, okay, don't make half liter bags. And whenever that machinery, do not replace the machinery, replace with machinery maybe with 1 liter bags, and give more importance or more promote to 1 liter bag. So that much only they can do. But even milk manufacturer also is having this environmental concern. Okay. Then information technology, that is IT, education and training to people who are working in the system. Then human relations, when so many people are working in this, in supply chain management, they must have good relations also, and warehousing. Okay. So these are the important factors of supply chain management. Okay. And, okay. There is a question sometimes asked on compare party logistics. PL is called as party logistics. So sometimes comparison comes between say 2PL and 3PL. So what is difference? Okay. So PL is party logistics. Okay. So starting from 1PL. Okay. First party logistic. Okay. So let us see first party logistics means what? Examples are given. Seller to buyer, single party. Okay. Seller to buyer, suppose single party means suppose I am manufacturing and I am giving it to seller. Okay. So single party is there, not two parties, three parties. There are no more parties involved with that. Okay. So single party logistics. So what does it mean? Eggs by poultry farm. So suppose poultry farm is there, eggs is producing. Okay. They are going to shop by poultry farm owner. So owner himself takes the eggs and gives it to the shop. Okay. So from poultry to seller, there is no other party involved, single party. Okay. Now in second case, single party logistic. See now, see when owner is giving these eggs to a poultry farm, to a shop. So that much time he is not available to look after his poultry, or that much time is lost. And suppose business is quite large, then he may not be do it by himself. So he has to look for some transporter. Okay. So let us see, eggs by poultry farm to shop by poultry farm owner through hired transport. So what he will do, he is hiring transport service. He is saying, okay, every day morning you come 8 o'clock to my poultry, pick up these eggs and supply. Okay. So now his time is saved. He has handed over to the truck driver or tempo driver transport, and he distributes wherever those shops are. Okay. Seller shops are. So this is 2PL, second party logistic. Okay. So this is that word 2PL. Okay. So that means second party is involved in this logistic. Okay. Now third party. Third party means suppose two transporters are involved, or one transporter gives it to somebody else and he takes it further. Then there is a second party involved, third party involved, fourth party involved, like that you have to say. Okay. And when hands are changing many times, then the comfort is there. Comfort is there for the business, but you are becoming more and more dependent. So advantages are there as well as disadvantages are also there. Suppose now this, we just take this second party. Suppose the transport person does not come to your poultry farm to pick up the eggs. Then you will keep on waiting, keep on waiting, keep on waiting. And then what happens? At 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you will have to do some arrangement yourself and go and give it to seller. Seller will say morning so much customers had come, and now evening not many customers are coming. So your product is going to remain as it is. Okay. So this is what it is. So first party, second party, another example which I can give you is, see, your, suppose now cleaning of house, jhadu pocha, and your utensils cleaning at home. During COVID, Most of the houses, there were no maids. So then it was it was only first party logistic. We were doing, many of us, we were doing on our own everything. Okay. But second party logistic, when a maid servant is coming to your house, you are dependent on her. You are having comfort, yes, but you are dependent. Suppose one day maid does not come, then there is a big displeasure at home and big discomfort. So as much comfort you have with second party logistic, third party logistic, fourth party logistic, that much discomfort and that much less advantageous it will be to you. Okay. Like suppose a farmer is producing vegetables. He cannot leave the place. He cannot sell all the vegetables in his village. So he has to depend on somebody and hand over this vegetable to Tempo. Tempo will bring these vegetables and dump it in APMC or maybe the other market or Bhaikala market or whichever APMC, okay, main mandi. And their wholesalers will say, "Oh, nobody will buy this, this is so and so, quality is not good," and he will purchase it at very dirt cheap rate. And dirt cheap rate means, suppose you are getting now tomatoes, no, I will say now, suppose you are getting tomato 10 rupee kg or 20 rupee kg. The wholesaler in market, in APMCs, they are these wholesalers or who are called as adte. They are taking these goods from the farmer just for 2 rupee a kg. That also I may be saying very high. And then they are selling it to further small traders, then further small traders, and by the time it comes, it may be 2 PL, 3 PL. And the person who is main trader, he earns maximum amount of profit without many hard work. And the person who is doing hard work, he gets very little profit. And sometimes it may not be even breaking even. Okay. So this is what is this thing. And for that, this agricultural acts which were taken back now, they were going to abolish all this system slowly. So that's why there was so much uproar. So easy money was going away. Okay. Anyway, that is not our topic. But this is what is that 1 PL, 2 PL, 3 PL, 4 PL. As parties go on increasing in that supply chain, then it is called as those many party logistic. Okay. So here quickly, I will just go see, this is a container handling crane, mobile crane. Then this is how, what we are saying, that shelf, various cargo is kept inside the shelf segregated, and this is stored by this type of your forklifters, and these are shelves. See how cargo is stacked, and this is a huge warehouse. All these photographs, by the way, they are from Indian warehouses. This is also Indian warehouse where containers are getting loaded. So we don't say containers are getting loaded, we say containers are stuffed containers. Okay. Okay. Further, this is also warehouse. See how containers are, trucks are put, and the container door is open, and inside the labor are stuffing the container. They will close the door, seal, custom will inspect, and it will go for export or wherever, mall or whichever place they are going to go. These are the tank containers carrying chemicals, tank containers, okay, which are called a tank container. And these are also sizes, basic size is same, 20 foot by 8 foot by 8.5 foot. Okay, that is the basic size of the container. This railway was inaugurated during COVID time in 2021 only. Double stacking containers on railway, and this was big event from northern part of India. I think from Panipat to somewhere this train is running. And recently train met with accident also. So double containers on the train. This is also warehouse. It is storage of your drums, and these are the steel coils which are stored, and this is all shelter. Okay, shelter warehouse. This is a train going into the ICD or CFS ICD, and see containers are loaded on the train, and they take out and stack it here. So these are coming from various ICDs from the world, and Indian Railways are running this, and Concor is operating so many ICDs like this. This is also one of the photograph of open storage of containers. Okay, we are just finishing few slides more, and that's all. Okay, so this is also container freight station or ICD site of that, and so many warehouses. This is how the containers are stacked with cargo. Cargo goes inside, and then you put stuffing on the side. This is okay. This is the container ship. This is a heavy cargo which is lifted by slings and the mobile crane. This is how the mobile gantry will move the container from the railway. It will discharge or it will load on the railway. You can see how long this railway is, which is going into ICD. These are stacked containers in the ICD or CFS or in port. Okay. And then you remove whenever ships are coming for export or whenever customer is coming and claims his cargo. See how many railway lines are there in this ICD. So Naukar Corporation, Naukar, NAVKR, is having many ICDs like this operating. Okay. This is another store warehouse where different type of cargo is stored. So this is forming a big member of your logistic warehouse, logistic support. And that's all. And now he's thinking, any questions for you? Questions for me? If no questions, then we will say bye-bye, and maybe we will meet somewhere next month. Yes, for your shipping practices. One lecture is there in month of December, and then our 7th lecture on the topic will be there on current shipping environment in January. Okay, so till then I will wish you all the best, and bye bye. Please stay safe from the COVID. New variant is already in market around world. Yes. Any questions? Any questions? I will take, no problem.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Thank you,
good
sir.
day.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay. And bye. Bye bye. All the best. Irfan bhai, we have almost over.
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay.
you very much. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Okay. Bye. Can I log out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.